so awkward after like a week. What the hell? Hi, we are here to react to another episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. There is gonna be a pause between this court and the Shibuya court, so we are probably going to react to something else during that time. I'm really excited. You?
Yeah.
Premature death. Alright, the first time there isn't like hidden inventory in front of the title, like the number of the episodes, so also you guys can subscribe and like if you like the content, and yeah, let's go! That's so OP. Imagine though, having to heal your brain constantly because your technique is frying it out.
Oh. I wonder if he like constantly feels tired. Like all the time.
Oh, that's what we started the season with, that part. I feel so bad for him, man.
Bro's going through an existential crisis.
Understandably so. Oh. The claps. It's like haunting him.
The animation is so good. You can like see like the despair on his face. Ah! What is this?
Hi, Bara.
He's so cute.
I know, right? He's adorable. Nanami's friend.
I feel bad picking me this. Give me all the time. My parents offered to give me something. No.
Him thinking about Gojo first.
Oh.
She looks so good. Aww.
Wow, he's so buff.
Ambitious. God, she looks good. I'm in love. Of course. Oh.
The rain and the hand claps.
Look at your right, it really sounds like the claps. Oh my god. I feel so bad for him. If only he had like a therapist or something. That's kind of crazy though. The fact that they could have been safe anyway, it didn't have to be Riko. And then they went through all that trying
Just
to
for
like
another
yeah
one already to be.
yeah, just for another one already to be, you know, there. And it wasn't like super urgent as they made it seem, and Tengen was kind of stable. And then what kills me is the moment she decided to live for herself is when she died. And that's so freaking sad. And that's even worse. Because it could have been someone else. I guess the burden would have like it would have been on someone else, but still.
But either way, someone's gonna feel that.
Yeah.
Either way.
And they went through all that, got traumatized, got absolutely wrecked by Toji. All that just for him to be stable. That's insane.
I mean, it feels like realistic though. Like life in general, you know? The people higher up make everyone lower do all the hard work. All the people lower think it's like such a big deal, they had to get it. But in the end, it's actually not that big of a deal.
Like, I understand that the world is like in the balance, but damn, that was a lot of weight to put on the shoulders of freaking teenagers. That was insane. And also the fact that he basically lost his reason to be a Jujutsu sorcerer. Because he was like, you know, it's to protect the weak, but then it's like he said, who am I doing this for? Like, at the end of the day, like, are those the kind of people I want to protect? But I really liked this conversation with Yuki in the sense that, I don't know, I feel like it kind of pushed him over the edge a little bit. You know, it's possible, but I'm not crazy enough to do that. And dude said, okay, bet. But that's just sad because I feel like the fact that Satoru got stronger too and went on missions alone now means that he had to be alone with his thoughts a lot more too. So I feel like that kind of, it was just a combination of things going wrong. I feel bad for him, honestly. He was such a good guy. Mm.
一級案件だ。今はとにかく休め。なのに任務は悟が引き継いだ。あの人一人でよくないですか。
Did he die?
術師という
The cute kid? No!
その果てにある
Oh god, I wanna cry. I'm crying. Oh my god.
仲間の屍の山だとしたら。
Why didn't they show us what happened?
I wish we could have seen what happened too.
これは何ですか。違います。事件の原因はもう私が取り除きました。
Oh my god.
一旦外に出ましょ
Oh
う。
god.
Oh, he used his curse to talk to them. Oof.
Ooh.
Yeah, he was like, you know what? F you guys. Oh wow.
何度も言わせるな。すぐが集落の人間を見
覚えてますよ。だからはっつったんだ。
今度ザエからおそらく両親も手にか
やわけねえだろ。
悟る。俺も何が何だかわからんのだ。
They probably feel guilty for not like noticing earlier.
いや、
犯罪者じゃん。何かよ。
The fact that she's not like judgy about him killing so many people.
術師だけの世界を作るんだ。
意味わかんねえ。
誰でも彼でも理解してほしいとは思わないさ。
説明しろ。
すぐ翔子から聞いただろ。
He had part of this scene in the movie.
だから術師以外殺すってか。親も親だけ特別というわけにはいかないだろう。
意味ない殺しは死ねんじゃなかったのか。
Oh.
意味はある。意義もね。
無理に決まってんだろ。
君にならできるだろう、悟。
Oh.
自分にできることを人にはできやしないと言い聞かせるのか。
Ouch.
君は五条悟だから最強なのか、最強だから五条悟なのか。もし私が君になれるのならこの馬鹿げた理想も地に足がつくと思わないか。殺したければ殺せ。それには意味がある。先生、これ強いよね。
生意気にも。
俺だけ強くてもダメらしいよ。南西教は解体されたはずだ。
別の団体でも根っこは同じだ。
いいな。
Look at him being a teenage dad.
Oh.
揃っているな。今この瞬間からこの団体は私のものです。困りましたね。さて、改めて最後の 嫌い私に従えそれが私の選んだ本音されどもシグロめぐみくんだよね
あんた誰？
His little voice.
ところで君のお父さんが前期に対して取っておいた最高のカードだったんだよムカつくでしょそのお父さんなんだけど僕が
別に何年も会ってないから顔も覚えてない俺たちは用済みで二人でよろしくやってるってことだ
Damn, they're most likely both dead.
印象
そこに行けば積み木は幸せになれるのそれ次第
ない100%ないそれは断言できるあとは任せ強くなってよ僕に置いていかれないくらい
Crying.
おじゃあ先生も寝るんだな
当たり前でしょ
Oh, I see the baby! It's so grown up!
Oh my god, I wanna cry.
He's my favorite. He looks so good.
Oh, why do I wanna cry right now? What the fuck?
Boy.
何笑ってんすか
Oh.
別に
Both of them becoming teenage dads though.
Oh, I love my Megumi.
The beginning of the opening is like him falling asleep. So that was like all of him remembering what happened. Because I think it's the same room with like the circle thing. Is there like a post credit? All right.
That was so good.
I know, right? Well, discussion. Because
Say discussion.
yeah, because well, I like the whole him telling him like, are you because you're strong, or are you strong because you're you? But like,
You can definitely tell there's an inferiority complex.
yeah, and
Very
also
strong.
understandably so, because like Satoru is like so overpowered. He's the best. Like there is no comparison between him and the other sorcerers and stuff. And I feel like Geto probably felt like left behind a little bit.
And kind of like useless, because if he can't do it, then he's just gonna come and finish off the mission or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the point of me even trying then? Just make
Even
him do
Nanami
it.
was like, at this point, shouldn't we just leave all the missions to him? Because why do we have to like die trying when he can just do it? But then again, it's a lot of pressure on Gojo too.
Yeah, just be realistic. He can't do everything. Like
Yeah, but I understand like the feelings of the people around him being like at this point, why should I try and maybe die when he can just do it and survive anyway? Honestly, I feel like the conversation with Yuki and Haibara's death are like the things that pushed him over the edge. Because also Haibara idolized him a lot.
But I wish they showed that more though. It was kind of random. Like he was barely in the first few episodes. And then all of a sudden he died, but like I didn't feel any connection between those two in the first place. So seeing him dead felt nothing. I felt nothing. I was like, another person dead.
Personally, I wanted to cry because it's just so sad that a person that had like such optimism, you know, about life and stuff, and was just so happy,
Yeah,
just
but
trying
when
his
they like
best.
showed that a little bit more, then it would be more impactful.
I don't know. I think it felt impactful to me because it felt a bit like Riko. Like it was so brief, and they could have done like so much more, and they could have had so much more, and it was cut short like so fast. And I think it's also like Nanami's reaction to it that got to me, because I was like, damn, like it's just realizing you're just gonna die eventually trying to save people.
But same time, I do think it was quick though to show, because there was like that sequence where everything was kind of going by quickly, and I think it was showing that it was like building up, like all of these experiences and what he was like feeling was like building up quickly over time until like when he finally decided.
But also it took a year, because when we begin to
Well, yeah, but like the
it's been a
sequence
year.
though, like the sequence from his talk with Yuki, and then to the breaking point, it was like a quick moving along. So I think that's what it's showing too, why they didn't focus so much on the death. Because it's like, he died. Like, it wasn't a big...
It happens all the time
it happens
to
quick,
Jujutsu
and you have to
sorcerers.
move on quick.
Yeah. You don't have like the time to dwell on it because there is missions. They are understaffed already. There is like people dying and you have to like move on and go do things. But like damn. But I think there is like some time between he kills the village and his parents and he meets Gojo. Like there is like he probably went into hiding and stuff. And even between that and him taking over the cult, I think there has been some time passing there as well. But like, oh, it's so sad, man.
But I feel like his struggle is very realistic in like any type of person.
Mm.
When you've been doing something for a long time and you start thinking like, why am I doing this and what's the point type of thing.
And then something traumatic like this happened on top of it. It's like everything just breaks down. It's like
yeah, I feel like that's the nice thing about like, these type of stories. Even though they're so like supernatural, like unrealistic, like not a true story type of thing.
At heart,
they're
like,
still
the people,
very relatable for people to relate to the story.
And I feel like that's why Nanami was like, you know what, F this. I'm gone, because what's the point of me staying here and dying? Especially since Jujutsu sorcerers, like the public doesn't really know they exist. So you kind of just die in the dark to
But
save
me
people.
personally, I don't like relate to that sentiment.
Yeah?
I don't think it's pointless.
No, I'm not saying it's pointless, but you know, it's a bit of the risking my life to do something. I'm traumatized, my friends are dying around me, and the people we do this for will never know. It kind of felt, because it's the girl saying thanks that brought him back.
Yeah, but like I don't. That's just like not where my personal like mentality would be at.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't really relate in that sense. But my personal mentality is that there's like, for one thing, I don't really care if anyone acknowledges what I do,
Mm-hmm.
and then I always think there's like always hope. So like, even if everyone's like being like the non-sorcerers are being like shitty to me, you know, like what those villagers were saying like, oh, these kids are monsters, like they don't understand type of thing, and that's what made him like snap. Finally. But even though there's like all those terrible people, to me I think that even that like the one good person out there who's like still trying their best, who's trying to understand or whatever, that's worth it. Worth like if I was in that situation, risking my life for it type of thing. I don't really like the pessimism of them, but I understand where they're coming from.
I understand where it's coming from, because like for me, I think if I had to sacrifice my own life, I wouldn't care, but the people close to me, I feel like that would get to me, and that would get me in that state of being like, what's the fucking point, you know? Mm-hmm. So I kind of get it, because me, I don't feel like I would care as much as people around me dying that I care about. I feel like that's what would get to me. I really like what they did with, like you said, the rain and the clapping, because it's like so recurring that you can feel how much it like haunts him all the time.
Like in real life, if he heard the rain and it sounded like the clapping, that's probably what he's gonna think about, the clapping.
Like even when he was like in the shower, the sound of the water and stuff, it was really well done, because in the manga you don't get that, because you know, there is like just panels and stuff, but whoa. And I feel like Yuki saying that, yeah, it's the easiest route, but I'm not crazy enough to do that. But him realizing that he probably can do it the other way because he's probably not strong enough to go that way. It's just... And also, it's not really realistic when you could just kill people off.
Well, just me. Like, why would you do that? Like...
To save the world from curses. Because the fact that Jujutsu sorcerers can like control their cursed energy prevents them from creating curses unless like...
Yeah, shouldn't the first choice be try to teach everyone to control it?
But they don't even know those things exist. Exactly. So you would be convincing people that you're not crazy and curses do exist, and then trying to train them when they barely have cursed energy.
Exactly, but isn't it worth it though? Because then you don't have to kill everyone. Like, I don't like how the first option is just kill.
I mean, the billions of people, it's faster to kill people than to train them.
Yeah, why?
So I get why like his rational went, you know what? It's gonna be faster. It's something I can do. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, but
especially with the trauma and all that.
Yeah, but
it's horrible. Like, I'm not justifying it. I probably would have never even thought of that.
Yeah,
but I get where
that's like kind of sad that the first thing you think. I guess it's their job to like kill things.
But I don't even think it's the first thing, because he still had a year to like think about all that, and even then he was kind of like, you know, trying to reject that part of him thinking that.
Well, just like anyone in general, I'm saying. Like what? That like to me that shouldn't even be a choice.
Like you can think about killing someone, but actually doing it, I don't think I would be able to.
But like his plan is, it's basically a genocide though. Killing all the people that. So you're just killing innocent people.
Yeah.
Based on the assumption that all the people suck.
I mean, it's not even that they suck, it's that they produce curses.
Oh, I know, so his also mentality is these people are ungrateful, they're not like...
Yeah.
Like, obviously that part of him is still there, like he doesn't really like the non-sorcerers either. Because, you know, the bad experiences with them, all fairies, so we can't generalize like billions of people and saying like, oh, they all suck.
I think he's more so thinking about the Jujutsu sorcerers, because like even in the movie, when for example he heard Maki and the others, you know, Maki, Panda, and Yuta came to their rescue, whatever, he was like, you know, seeing a Jujutsu sorcerer save another one instead of, saving humans that create curses anyway. He was like, yeah, that's what I want to see. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, like genocide, like, if this was like, put in this section of race, this guy is like,
I feel like, for
the
example,
worst.
if it could force the Jujutsu world not to save humans, he wouldn't have thought about killing them. But since, I guess maybe in his mind, Jujutsu sorcerers are always gonna have to save humans, he was like, you know what? Let's just get rid of the source of the problem. That's so fucked up, but like, damn.
So messed up.
It was like, yeah, nah, you guys are not going to continue to die to save these ungrateful ass people. I really liked seeing the Switch animated though. Like, it was a beautiful episode. It was.
It was.
We are going next week to react to something else. I don't know if it's gonna be the same day or a bit earlier, it will depend. But if somebody comes across this and listen to the end, which I'm doubtful, but you can like leave suggestions, I guess, for what anime to watch next. And yeah, so that's gonna be it for today's episode, and see you later.
Bye.